couldn't have been happier. There was like no weight on my shoulders. Life was just, the day that I was having was the only thing I was thinking about. I wasn't worried about tomorrow. I wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you are now about to witness
the journey that is the Life Choices podcast.
Yeah!
Being at the bottom, being the underdog, I think it's the best situation to be in. When you are constantly hearing people say, don't do it, or you're being silly, come on, get realistic with your life. Stop wasting your time. It's a foolish endeavor. It shouldn't deter you from going after what it is you're trying to accomplish. You should actually use that to build. You should actually use that as your motivator. That should be like your wood in the fire, basically, to go further and faster and harder after your dreams, because most people aren't going to understand what you're doing because they're not going to see the whole process behind what it is you're doing. So when you have something that lights you up inside and you just feel amazing when you're doing it, or you feel a sense of accomplishment and purpose and drive after you finish doing it, then it shouldn't matter what everyone else is saying to you. When other people take the time to kind of put that negativity on you, you have to be able to step away from it and realize that it's very possible that those things are being said to you because maybe they don't want you to become successful, because it's hard for other people to see someone who's close to them not only doing something that they really love doing, but one day seeing them super successful at it. It kind of turns the light, it kind of shines the light on them as to what are they doing with their life. And as much as people close to you, you would like to think that they would actually be the ones to support you, sometimes they're not. And so you can't allow them to kind of push you off your path, because whatever it is that you feel inside, whatever drives you the most, you should go after that. Don't allow yourself not to because of what they say. So being an individual that knows what they want, and you can set that out in front of you and use other people's words against you as fuel to your fire, that's a benefit. Being the underdog just means that when you get to that point where you know yourself that you've gotten to the, I don't want to say to the end game, because as you move forward through life and as you grow and as you create whatever it is that you're trying to build, at every level that you get that accomplishment of oh, that's where I wanted to go, or that's where I wanted to get to, and I'm there, I believe that you're never 100% going to have that unbelievable, I did it. You're always going to want, okay, well, what more can I do? Will you ever feel fulfilled? You might have a sense of fulfillment, but I don't know that you'll be fulfilled, because if you're growing as an individual and you're building and creating something, every time you accomplish a massive goal, you're going to be okay, well, what's next? Where can I take this to the next level? So when you're the underdog and people are betting against you in their own little, whatever areas, and you're not even necessarily always going to know that people are doubting the fact that you can accomplish it, when you get there, you're going to feel that much better, because you knew in the past there was some people doubting. There was those haters out there that were saying shit about you, which you have now grown as an individual, and you now have thicker skin, so you don't actually worry about what they're saying about you. You're actually grateful that they're out there because they're pushing you forward. They're showing you with their negativity that you can do it and that you should do it. And that if you love it and you feel great about it, it can't be wrong. So continuously and forever, go after whatever that dream is and create whatever it is that you need to create in order to live a happier life. Because you should only be worried about you and your super close inner circle, whoever your team is that you've built, those people that you can count on and trust on. Those are the people that you can like kind of bounce ideas off of, but don't ever sell yourself short because other people are telling you you shouldn't, you couldn't, you can't, you won't. Because all of that is negative bullshit that they're sending your way because of bullshit in their past. You are an underdog when you first start out only because you're first starting out. Once you accomplish every major goal and you keep getting better and stronger and more capable, then you are no longer the underdog. You have accomplished everything that you've wanted to accomplish. The phrase enjoy the journey has a lot of different meanings or interpretations. For me, enjoy the journey is so important because as I've understood through my experiences, as I've become better at certain things in my life, and as I've gotten to accomplish the goals that I had set out for myself, I realized that as soon as I accomplish it, I want something more. Like I want to get to the next level of something. You know, I cooked for many years in restaurants, and I always wanted to like move up the line to get to that kind of lead chef position. But then when you got there, you were kind of like, okay, I kind of want to be like the manager. So in life, it's kind of gone the same way for me. So always thinking about, you know, over there, you sometimes forget that it's the moment that you're having now, that you're learning something, that process and the experiences that come your way while you're going after that journey is what is more important. Some say it's the journey's more important than the destination. Others say the people that you take with you on the journey is more important than the destination. I believe that it's super important that you take the time every day to realize all of the wonderful things that are happening while you are on that journey to that success. So in my process of creating a business and a company and it getting me to where I want it to go eventually, like I've written down in my 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year plan with not just this company, but with the other companies that I will be opening eventually, is all the little steps that I'm taking, all the information that I'm receiving along the way as I become better at learning how to use audio, visual, editing software. That journey of not knowing, that ability to put myself in the uncomfortable positions, taking myself out of my comfort zone, every one of those moments is such a huge marker for me because I'm doing things that I never thought I would do before. I never thought that I would be able to have the capability or the understanding on how to use all this equipment. And now I spend a large part of my time in any given month researching, learning, and executing all of these new techniques. And what I've gained from all that is far superior, I think, than what's going to happen, 10 years from now when I'm sitting there with this most successful podcast. And I have this following of people that just come back each and every week over and over again to listen to what myself and the guests have to say on any given topic. The happiness for me comes from the actual process of what it is I'm actually creating. So every every technique I learn, every day that I meet someone else that may have seen an episode and is like, oh dude, I'm really enjoying what you're doing. You know, I'd love to be a guest. Like, it's so fulfilling that those moments happen. And at the beginning of it, when I first started, I was only thinking about, you know, the end result. I was only thinking about, you know, having a very popular podcast on YouTube. I did not think when I started about all the little victories, wins, the happy moments, the feeling inside of myself that I was going to get while learning how to do everything. Because I started off with people that worked with me, went from a company that worked with me to freelance people that worked with me, to the point where now I occasionally hire someone on like a platform like Fiverr to help me out with stuff, but I'm pretty much doing a lot of it kind of solo now. And the level of knowledge that I'm gaining, the level of discipline that I had to put into myself to make sure I had the time to record, to edit, to learn new platforms is priceless to me. Like, I would never trade anything in. If someone said, hey, 1 week from now, it's all going to work out, you're going to have everything you ever wanted, I would kind of be like, can I have like a little more time? I'm really enjoying the actual process of creating content for people and seeing my own self growth through not only the podcast itself, but like myself as an individual, like the growth as a person, seeing the dedication that I have towards this and the time that I put into it, not just to film and record, but to learn all aspects of the actual job is remarkable to me. And knowing that I'm going to develop at least 3 other channels, a food channel, a travel channel, and a fitness channel, and 2 of those are going to be with my girlfriend. I'm so excited to see all the growth that's going to come from me as a creator on all of those avenues as well. So the journey is absolutely all about the process. It's not about where you end up. It's not about thinking, hey, I'm going to start this and I'm going to get there in this amount of time. It's being okay with taking your time getting there. Because if you're willing to take your time to get there and really work on yourself and your craft, whatever it is you're doing, you will have so many days in between day 1 of starting and day whatever of accomplishing all of your list of goals. You're going to become such a wonderful, successful, mentally healthy, physically healthy, emotionally happy. You're going to become all of those things in one wonderful human being. And it's life-changing when you decide to put that much effort into something that you believe in and you don't let other people tell you that you can't. All of those steps along the journey it's literally priceless. On that note, just to kind of like wrap up the session today, for me, everything that I'm doing on a daily basis is to become the best version of myself. When I went on a trip around the world in 2016, when I returned from that trip, I was the best version of Bradley that I've ever been. I couldn't have been happier. There was like no weight on my shoulders. Life was just, the day that I was having was the only thing I was thinking about. I wasn't worried about tomorrow. I wasn't stressing about financial woes or relationship situations. Like, I was genuinely enjoying each day as I had it. And I think when you start out on a journey, something new that you're building that people don't understand, you're going to get a lot of negativity put at you. And you just have to kind of like, you have to block it away, or you can absorb it and use it as fuel to the fire. You can't allow it to you cannot allow it to knock you off your course. When you do that and you realize that the process that you're now beginning, the journey to getting yourself to a happier place has begun, you will notice every day things are getting better. And when you can take all of that information, when you can take all of those processes and all those practices and create who you truly are and allow that person to come out fully to share with the world, with everyone that's out there, you will find more happiness in your days than you did before. And stay on that path. Work hard at it. Notice how much discipline you're putting into your life to create the things you wanted to create to help other people. Look at how much different you look at yourself and how you've created a healthier mindset, how you've created a better physical person, a better mental person, an emotionally strong person. All of this is what I believe is important. And I'm so grateful. Like I say it every morning and every night when I speak to God before work and in the evening when I recap my day. I'm so grateful for the day that I was able to do that 1% better, because every single day at 47 years of age, I am trying so hard to be aware of how much better of an individual I can be than I was yesterday. And the level of happiness that I have at the end of every day, because I feel that I have accomplished so many goals that I had set forth for myself from the night before, like all the things, reading, writing in my journal, getting my work done at work, getting my work done at my side hustle, becoming a happier person, taking time to notice how beautiful it is outside, whether it's raining or sunny, cold or hot. All of these things wrapped up in one makes me feel better, because I'm doing what I can to become the best version of myself daily. And I'm doing what I can to thoroughly enjoy the moment in which I'm in, rather than wanting something that I don't have yet. And instead of worrying about what might have happened before, I genuinely try to take that moment to breathe in, exhale, and say thank you. I'm so happy with where I'm at, and I'm so grateful that I'm here. And that's it. I really like to share that with everyone, is just go after your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not possible. Create whatever it is that you want to create and become the best version of who you are for you. Because once you do it for yourself, you're going to be able to do it so much better for others. That's it. I want to thank everyone out there in the Life Choices land for coming back each and every week here to the Life Choices podcast. We'll see you next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Much love, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You are now about
The Journey, Life Choices podcast.